This is a rare Genshin Impact prediction video. Don't expect a lot of references to outside sources like ancient mythology or historical information. I'm very much of a vibe sort of person, and I rely heavily on my expertise as someone who consumes a lot of media and stories to make my predictions on where I think this story is going. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I change my mind as I gain new information. But I love talking about this game's story and would love to talk to more people about it. So, here's where I'm at right now with Genshin's Natlan story, and I wanted to get my thoughts out before the next update. I've done both Acts 1 and 2, but I haven't completed the world quests, and I've seen the trailer for Acts 3 and 4. And this is what I think will be coming for us. First, we already know Mavuika's plan involves 6 heroes, one from each of Natlan's tribes. There are 2 who have yet to be awakened, one from the Flower Feather clan and the other from the Masters of the Night Wind. We've met Chaska, who is from the Flower Feather clan, but I don't think she's actually going to be one of the warriors. The reason for this is because Mavuika revealed the plan while she was present, while also pointing out that she wants the warriors to awaken in their own time. But I don't think she bears the name connected to the ancient warrior Mavuika made that pact with. A possible warrior, though, could be Aoife, who has only been mentioned in voice lines, but I suspect we will meet him soon enough. He would also be an interesting addition since most of the other heroes so far have been fighting types and he's a healer. In the trailer, Citlali points out that she thinks Mavuika's plan requires too much time and too many things could go wrong. Presuming she's not just become aware of the plan as one of the warriors, that kind of rules her out too. Mavuika also asked for Yansan and Kinich to get a hold of Citlali after her fight with Il Capitano, implying she's been somewhat involved in their plan for a while. Thus, from the Masters of the Nightwind, I think Ororon is the most likely candidate for one of Mavuika's warriors. I think it's likely that he's already become aware of her plan. Perhaps his memories have already been awakened without her knowledge, but he has predicted her upcoming sacrifice. His tribe deals in prophecies after all, and he does not agree with that particular step. So, now he's cooperating with Il Capitano to revise her plan. It's also a pretty common trope that someone who appears as an enemy first ends up being one of the chosen ones. See one of my favorite characters from Digimon, Ken. During the version 5.1 trailer, Citlali picks up on a distress signal and presumes that Ororon's been captured by the other side, but my prediction is that he's actually using the distress signal to lure the traveler out so that he can get them an audience with Il Capitano. There's a moment in the trailer where Il Capitano points out that there is a secret Mavuika has kept hidden and that will convince whoever he's talking to take his side. It appears he's communicating with Ororon, but I think he's actually talking to the Traveler. This isn't new, seeing as how the Traveler is often a player in various schemes. Even Mavuika intends to use them to turn the tide in the war against the Abyss. As I said, I don't think Ororon and Il Capitano are bad guys, though they may be antagonists to Mavuika's particular plan. I think the Capitano's goal is to save all of the people of Natlan, including her, and he won't allow such a sacrifice. Of course, our traveler would also want to save her life if they could. That could lead to an interesting story where they're willingly and purposefully working with the Fatui, much like how they did in Fontaine to reveal Farina's secrets. Ororon also likely respects Mavuika like the rest of the citizens of Natlan and would not want her to sacrifice herself. Anyway, if this is all true, it would be a lot more in line with what we know about Il Capitano so far as a noble warrior. And this may be getting a bit ahead of myself, but I don't think this is an uncommon prediction. There's reason to believe that the mechanics to the resurrection of the people in Natlan will be brought to an end by the end of the Natlan story. That would allow Natlanians to leave and pursue their own destinies, just like how the Woodblock people in Simulanka lost the protection of their mage. Will Mavuika also lose her archonhood? I think that's also very likely, though I don't necessarily think the Pyronosis will end up in Il Capitano's hands. I'm still waiting on more details to see where the authority over Pyro could go if we do lose the Archon. What do you think? What are your ideas and predictions? Share them in the comments.